Welcome back. The big international story. China today showcased its military might with a lavish parade to demonstrate its victory over Japan in the Second World War. Some 12,000 military personnel, more than 500 pieces of equipment and 200 aircrafts took place in the parade. Our correspondent in China, Anand Krishnan, has more.
For China's President Xi Jinping, this display of military strength will boost his standing at home at a time when China is dealing with a double challenge of an economic downturn and territorial disputes with its neighbors. And for the rest of the region, and especially Japan, the parade will send a clear signal that the China of today is quite unlike the China that was occupied by Japan 70 years ago. Reporting for India Today from Beijing, this is Anand Krishnan.
Let's turn to the heartbreaking image of the day. We are about to show you. It's once again highlighted the plight of migrants and refugees who are fleeing from the Syrian conflict to Europe. The body of a 3-year-old Syrian, Aylan Kurdi, in a red t-shirt and shorts lying face down, was found at a Turkish beach. Aylan, a Syrian Kurd, along with his family, were fleeing the town of Kobani, which has witnessed months of heavy fighting between the Islamic State and Syrian forces. His mother and 5-year-old died on the same boat. They were among the 12 Syrians who perished while they were trying to cross over the Aegean Sea to Greece, adding to the list of over 2,500 refugees who have drowned in the Mediterranean en route to Europe this year. War and deprivation forcing this wave of migration almost unparalleled since the Second World War. I'm joined by Wael Awad, who covers the area extensively. While that image is shaking the world, did it take an image like this for the world to realize what exactly is happening today in Syria and this wave of refugees who are coming on the Turkish and other European coasts?
Thank you, Rajdeep, for focusing on this humanitarian crisis. In fact, it is a very painful pictures to see, and I would see all the reaction all over the world. It also turned me, and I could see you and many of the viewers who was watching these images. They must have cried like I did when I was watching. But one of the image of the boy which I captured today, as some friends sent it to me, I would like to share it with you and your viewers, is the image of the boy when he was playing his football and enjoying his life, childhood. But this child has to die because he was forced to be leaving the country along with his parents, along with thousands of children, along with 100,000 of Syrian refugees who have taken shelters in neighboring country and who have already been fleeing to Europe forcibly out of their country, irrespective of their ethnic or religious background. They're all attacked by a monster had been inflicted on the Syrian people, not even sparing the stone or the artifact of a 1,000 years old that we have been existing even before Christianity. I wonder what is the crisis has to do to the human if we don't have a human heart anymore to watch and stop this monster from expanding.
You know, I have with me the words of the British Somali poet Warsan Shire, and he says, "You have to understand, no one puts their children in a boat unless the water is safer than land." Is it sheer desperation today that is driving people to these situations, Wael?
Absolutely, that's the main issue. Actually, I tell you, if you have somebody who can steal your daughter at the age of 14 to take her for nikah, revolution nikah, whatever they name it, these people, or if they have killed the children or taken them for a gun, I'm sure everybody is taking the risk of risking their lives to go all this way and really to find a place where they can have a shelter. I tell you, 5 years ago, we didn't have this kind of influx of refugees from Syria. Right. Syria is the place where everybody would love to stay, you know, compulsory and free education for all. Can you imagine we have 2 million children in the street now? Can you imagine that all the schools and the infrastructure have totally destroyed? And what turned Raqqa into? It turned out into a black shield covering the people, covering the children. It's an image that the world has really to wake up. It's an awakening for everybody. Stop using a human as a shelter and as an excuse to get your vested interest in a country full of oil and gases, but there are also human beings living in that territory.
While I'm going to leave you today, and on that note, we've run out of time. We were going to run an image today, and it was going to be about Ranbir Kapoor and Deepika Padukone. But surely on a day like this, we don't need a film image to end the program.